What's good, YouTube? What's going on? So I'm back with another video. And in today's video, I feel like we need to talk about what it means to be locked in. Because I feel like a lot of people be saying like, oh, I'm a lock in, or I'm locked in, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But it's like they don't really understand what it means to really like give 100% into what you're locking in on in particular. Now, locking in means like you're giving 100%. Locking in means like you're making sacrifices. It means you're doing what you need to do for a great outcome. Whether that's giving up smoking, drinking, partying, lustful ways, a lot of that stuff could be harmful to you. A lot of that stuff could be things that's holding you back from accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish in life, period. Like, especially like if you just gooning, like a lot of that could take your motivation away. If you just partying, if you just smoking, drinking, like a lot of that could have you in a chilled mindset because the whole point of weed is so that you could chill out. So it's like if you constantly doing that all day, constantly drinking all day, being in a mellow state of mind, it's like how could you really snap back into who you want to be? And when you really lock in and you really sacrifice those things because you want to become better, your life starts to change, literally. Like you start waking up earlier, you start going to bed at a more decent time instead of going to bed at 3, 4 in the morning. You start eating different, you start spending less money because you don't got the munchies or because you're not going out spending on drinks because drinks get expensive. Drinks get expensive. A good drink is like anywhere from like $15 to $30. So it's like locking in doesn't just mean that you're doing something productive. Like you have to give 100% into what you're locking into. If you're locking in on just being a better person entirely, you're giving 100% to yourself. You're not having one foot in, one foot out, saying, you know what, I want to lock in, but I still just want to keep doing this thing, or I still just want to keep trying at this, and maybe I could do this a little bit, just not as much as I used to. But it's like, no, you got to completely cut it out, because when you're locking in, you're reshaping your life. You're rebuilding your life to something better than what you're already going through. And it's always room for improvement. No matter how good you're doing in life, no matter how successful you are, no matter how good you are mentally, it's always room for improvement. And having a mentally clear mindset is the best way to start locking in, because how are you going to be able to focus on the things you got to focus on if you're not mentally there? If you can't be aware of how your life is, or you can't be able to reflect on the things that you're doing wrong in your life. Like you got to be able to look at yourself and be like, okay, I've been doing this for a long time and it's not getting me nowhere. So it's like, what can I do differently that I'm not doing that can help me to become better in my life? And when you start having conversations like that with yourself, like you look in the mirror about yourself, look at your whole life and look at everything that you do, it makes you really think about it. Because it's like, bro, we only got one life, bro. And right now, at this very moment, it's Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025 at 1:36 p.m. It's never going to be 1:36 p.m. on July 2nd, 2025. Like this day is never going to be what it is ever again after tomorrow comes. So it's like everything you do has to be intentional. Everything you do has to be 100% worth it, because you're not going to get the time that you have back. Like if you're spending majority of your time partying, you're spending majority of your time hanging out with people that's not helping you become better overall in life. You're not hanging out with people that's on the same type of timing as you, because that could also stop you from being locked into the company that you keep. They could persuade you into doing things that is not genuinely not good for yourself. So it's like you really gotta watch the company you keep, and you gotta watch the mindset that you have, because if you don't break your mindset and like you could want to be better all day, but if you don't break out of that mindset of just being stagnant, then you'll never have the courage to like jump out there and do something different. Like that'd be a lot of people's thing. Like a lot of people be feeling like they just can't be better. Like they want to be better, they want to have a better life, but they feel like they just can't because they don't have the strength to. But in all reality, all it takes is just you just believing in yourself. All it takes is just you locking in with yourself, you focusing on your grind and focusing on what you really want for yourself. You got to begin with the end in mind. And basically what that means is, okay, so let's say you walking into a funeral, right? And you walking past like all your friends, all your family, that everybody that you know. And you get to the casket and you see yourself, and it's like, I think it's like four people that come up and talk. It's your family, your associate, your friend, and it's like, I think maybe like your loved one or something, like your significant other, like your girlfriend or wife or whatever. I don't know how the order goes, but it's like you got to think about it like that, and you got to think to yourself, what do I want people to say about me? Like, what do I want people to say that they remember about me, how I was as a person, how I conducted myself in the real world. And it's like, when you write that down and you really take it in, it's like it don't really compare to none of the goals that you have right now, because some of the stuff you may be focused on right now is not things that's genuinely good for you, like in the longer end of your life. It's things that's just not good for you, whether that's wanting to be seen by other people or wanting a specific amount of money for specific reasons. It's like that, none of that stuff matters. Putting yourself in competition with other people in the world that might be doing better than you, might be doing worse than you, none of that matters, because at the end of the day, somebody that's a billionaire is going to be buried next to somebody that was broke. Somebody that's a billionaire is going to be buried next to the same person that buried them within a few years, within 10 years, 20 years. It's like none of that matters, because at the end of the day, we all the same. We all the same. We all bleed. We all cry. We all laugh. We all eat food. We all go through emotions. We all go through the same thing. It's just some people are just more fortunate than others, but that shouldn't stop you from believing in yourself to become better. Instead of focusing on things that's not good for you, you should take all the attention that you have towards that and put it towards something that's good for you. Go to the gym, stack your money up, learn how to communicate properly with people so that you could gain newer opportunities in your life. Like, things like that is genuinely going to help you, and it builds connections to the point where people have good things to say about you. Like, you don't want to be one of those people where it's like, oh yeah, I don't really want to be bothered with him. Oh, like, nah, you want to be the person that everybody needs in their life. You want to be the person that changes people's lives when you step into it. Like, you're able to help them in a great way, to the point where, like, people feel like they need you. Like, that's a great thing. And when you're locked in and you're on your purpose and you're working on your health, you're working on your mental, you're working on your priorities, saving money and work and focusing on things that's beneficial to you, your life becomes a whole lot better. A whole lot better. But it doesn't happen overnight. It's a dedication thing that you have to continue to stick with. Like, it's not something you could do overnight, like go to the gym one day and wake up tomorrow, your life be productive. No, you gotta stick with it. You gotta stick with it. And a lot of things in your life, you're not really gonna see it until like years or months or days. Like, nothing happens overnight. It could take 10 years for you to accomplish your goal, but at the same time, the 10 years it took you to accomplish your goal, it would have took you way longer if you wasn't locked in. Sometimes people hold themselves back. They say that the company you keep or the girlfriend you have or things of that nature could hold you back 5 years, 10 years, just because you're not locked in. And you could hold yourself back just by being influenced by whatever the world has to offer, or being influenced by things that could harm you, literally. Like drinking, smoking, like all that stuff is cool. It's cool to have fun. Like, don't get me wrong. It's great to have fun. It's great to celebrate and things of that nature, but it's also a time and a place. It's not something that you just do on a regular over and over and over. And I'm saying this because these are things that I participated in before. I'm not just judging anybody or trying to just change anybody. It's just like, you gotta want to change yourself. And if I gotta use myself as an example, that's cool for me. I don't really care. It's nothing. But it's like, you gotta want to be better, and to be locked in, you gotta be 100% into whatever you're indulging in. You never should do anything half-ass or not 100%, or you got one foot in, one foot out. Nah, you gotta go hard for everything you want, and you get it. Like anything in this world that's worth having is obtainable, and it's just like, how bad do you want it? How bad are you willing to work for the things that you want in your life? How bad are you willing to work to change the things that's in your life? Instead of complaining, saying, oh, my life is bad. Oh, God isn't real. Oh, this, that, and the third. Oh, I wish things was different. I wish I had more money. I wish I had girls and this, that, and the third. But it's like, bro, you are literally capable of changing everything you want to change, bro. If you want, if you feel like your life is bad, work on your life. If you feel like you're not getting no girls, ladies not really paying you no attention, work on yourself. Eat healthy. Work out. Get your body shape up. Get everything about yourself better, so that when you come across a woman, she can notice you and she can say, you know what, this is a man that takes care of himself. This is a man that cares for himself. This is who I see myself with. And slowly but surely, those things come into your life. If you feel like you don't got enough money, save your money. Get a job. Stop complaining about things that you're going through, especially as a man, because it's not up to nobody but you to change. It's not up to nobody but you to control your life. Nobody can control your life for you. When you're a kid, you have parents that overlook everything you do, but it's like they're not controlling you. They could tell you behave in kindergarten and things like that, but then when you go to school and you bite a kid or something, it's like that was your choice. Like and that's just an example, but it's like everything you do is controlled by you. Everything that you consume is controlled by you. Everything you tolerate in your life is controlled by you. So if your life is so bad, why not change it? If you want to be locked in, why not give your all? Because it's possible. It's possible for you to lock in. It's possible for you to fully focus on yourself and your goals and taking a break from your phone. Because this, I should have been your biggest downfall, bro. Like being stuck on a device. Like I'm about to take a break from my phone, and it's hard because it's like, family calls you, or you got jobs that call you, and so many different things that a phone could be useful for. But using it just to scroll online, or just to look at women and lust over them and focus on the things that you don't have in life, it will put you in a depressed mindset, because you're not focusing on what you do have. You're not focusing on the tools that you have to gain the things that you want. It's hard to focus on that when you see people that got money, cars, girls, the lifestyle that you want to live, and it's like that could be you, but instead of it being you, you focused on somebody else, and you're not locked in. You feel me? Like a lot of people be saying they locked in, and they don't even be locked in on something. You gotta find something that represents you, something that you want to build on, and you gotta stick with it. No matter what it is, you gotta stick with it. And you can't give up on yourself. No matter what anybody tells you, you can't give up on yourself. Because somebody could tell you, oh, it's not gonna work out, or why you doing that, it's not gonna work out. But at the same time, you could flip it around and make it work. Then it's, oh, how did he do that? How did he make that happen? You gotta be the person that breaks like the generational curses in your family and things of that nature. And all it takes is for you to lock in. All it takes is for you to have drive, motivation, and dedication, and be fully into whatever you're doing, whether that's school, whether that's a sport, whether that's music, whether if you got a business, whether if you got hobbies, whether if you simply just like to read. Like if you just want to lock in on being a better reader, just take time to read, take time to elevate your mind, elevate your intellect, so that you could be able to have conversations with people. Like a lot. Like I feel like on my day to day, I say a lot of stuff that's like ignorant, and it's something that I'm working on, just because I want my image to be a little bit more clean than me goofing around. Because a lot of the ignorant stuff I be saying is just like me joking around, but it's like you got to be super intentional on everything you do, because the things you say, people hear it, and also it goes into the universe, and everything that goes around comes around. So if you want good to come into your life, you got to put out good. If you want things to change into your life, you gotta put the work in and make the change. And yeah, so I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I hope that it woke up whoever needs to wake up. I hope that y'all get on y'all grind, bro. Because as men, we really need to stop lusting over women. Like we need to cut that out, bro, because we giving them too much praise, and you taking away from yourself. You taking away from how good of a person you are, how much you have to offer, because you so busy chasing after somebody that don't even want you. I don't chase women. I don't. You know? And I have been lonely for a while. I don't got no girlfriend or nothing. You know, I've been single for probably like a year and some change, but it's like I'm not upset with my life. You know, like I'm not feeling down or feeling unhappy or feeling like I have to have a girlfriend. But it's just like when you work on yourself and you become better, those things come. So until then, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all stay healthy. Hope y'all drinking water and don't hate, cause hating make your body stink. Peace.